All right. Danland Pro here. Oh, just came on here to chit chat, trying to practice my voice and bring my voice up because, like I said in one of my last posts, my voice is not that deep. But whenever I do like plays or public speaking or just different stuff, sometimes my voice drop down low. I don't know what that is. My wife be on me about it, especially when I do like a play or something, because or a presentation or something, because my voice go down real low, and I don't have a deep voice. I just don't. But anyway, I'm trying to practice speaking in that voice. I just came on here to talk a little bit about creators. Like I say, creators talk with a young lady about some things she want me to do as far as tutorials, as far as Zoom meetings, et cetera, et cetera. That way we can bring some people up to speed or up to date on some of the things you see me create. And then you will be able to do those things yourself. So you can do electronic greeting cards. If you want to, sympathy cards, you can do so much. In fact, one of the ways I started out when I first started doing a lot of stuff online was a greeting card company. I used to make custom greeting cards. I get me some what they call it, the little sprinkler stuff. I put me some glue on some cards. I make custom invitations. I was really doing pretty good as far as that went. So it's so many things that I can share with you as far as the testimonies dealing with creativity. So it just led off into content creation, and the more they come up with, the more I want to do, the more I practice. But here's something, because one of the things I shared with you about IDS, interdisciplinary studies, is combining so many things and integrating them to solve problems. And one of the problems that I've discovered is that a lot of people my age or in my age group or in my generation have problems with some of the creative tools that's available. So that's what me and young lady was talking about, because people in our generation, sometimes they don't know how to make some of these simple things, and they still do things the old way. And sometimes it's time consuming. Sometimes like going to a meeting, a lot of people want to just go to a meeting in person. And I always emphasize that. Think about how much gas everybody is spending going to a meeting in person. A lot of people don't like to make Zoom meetings. A lot of people don't like to do stuff online, especially in our generation. So we have to become abreast of these things, because these are part of the things that we have to solve these problems. Another problem that I heard, like for Mother's Day, a lot of mothers were saying how they was getting text messages from their children or their grandchildren or their great-grandchildren, or they were getting electronic greeting cards, or they were getting electronic Mother's Day card, or some type of message pertaining to social media or having something to do with being online. So they pretty much was talking about how they wanted that human contact, that interaction, but that's not really where everything is now, because we kind of outgrowing that. And we saw that during the night 2020, when we had that problem where everybody had to stay at home. So a lot of people are using these things, especially the younger generation. So we can't knock them for using it. We have to just try to educate ourselves on what they're using. And then you'll find that sometimes when you can interact with them that way, you can keep in contact with them better that way than in person. So it's the same way, like I say, going to a meeting or something. I probably can do a meeting on here like I'm doing now. I can do a presentation, a 5 to 10 minute presentation that can reach from a few people to millions of people without any of them having to come to a location or a brick and mortar. And they can still get that information. They can download that information. So it's so many things that you see when you get into some of these things that I share with you, that you can solve so many problems. So I try to help people solve their problems, but a lot of times people are not open to hearing that. And the young lady didn't come to, I didn't go to her, she came to me. So when I say young lady, somebody in my generation who wants to learn, who wants to get educated and have other friends or associates who also want to learn more, so they can not only be in contact with family, their grandchildren or great-grandchildren or others, they will be able to do some of the things that's really simple, and then they can learn these things right here online, right on a Zoom meeting, or they could do a one-on-one. And those are some of the things that I be doing. So anything that I do or anything that I share with you, I just be showing you how one opportunity can go lead to another opportunity that can cause you to question things, and then you can go study that particular thing and learn more things, because they steady coming out with new technology every day. Like right now, you got technology where I can actually use a voice generator to make music, or to make a song or to add some lyrics and let the computer do all those things. And if you really know what you're doing, you can do something really fascinating or amazing with that. So I don't really argue with people about what they want to do. So if they want to keep having meetings and 100 people drive to a brick and mortar and spend that gas money that they probably can use for other reasons, that's their money, that's their time, that's their perspective. I don't argue with that. I don't fight or I don't play rigged games. Rigged games, a lot of times when you hear me talk about people try to get you to play a rigged game is when you know there's no way you're going to win that game. So as I always say, people are not arguing with you or debating with you for understanding. They're arguing with you or debating with you to be right or to be dominant, or just because they refuse to understand what it is that you communicate to them. So don't stay there and waste your time, and don't play those games with them. You'll find that as soon as you unplug, you're going to find that they're going to be very, very irritated by the fact that you won't play the rigged game, because they're used to playing that game with people. And when they play that game with people and people reach out to them, and it's like you're trying to get their attention, you're trying to get their understanding. No, man, don't play that game, because that game is rigged. So just let them be. So let them have their meetings. You go do your Zoom meetings, you go do your meetings online, you make your tutorials or whatever it is that you do. So like I was sharing with that young lady, you can't really fight technology. So a lot of people try to fight technology and they want to do it the old way. It's like I always said, the analogy I give, it's like you want to take a stagecoach instead of the airplane. That's your business. I'm certainly not going to be standing in front of the stagecoach station arguing with you about why, or trying to make sense to you on why you should get on the airplane. I'm going to give you the reasons that I'm getting on the airplane, and you can take it or leave it. If you can make some of that, fine. If not, fine. But in this case, the young lady's interested. I'm interested in doing what she said. I think it would solve that problem. So that's what I'm going to do, is use IDS to solve that particular problem. And there's so many other ways that you can solve problems. That's why IDS is a lot of times associated with project managers and other people, because you can bring so many people and so many things together, integrate them and solve problems. And that's what we really want to do. So whatever your problem is, then you want to really think about what that problem is and how can you solve it, and what are some of the things that you need to solve it. So in a lot of instances, interdisciplinary studies, as you hear the word disciplinary, that don't mean somebody gonna beat you with a stick. It's not about discipline. It means disciplines as far as subject matters. It means discipline as far as different disciplines or studies that you can bring together to solve a particular problem. So that's what we do. We just do it with media. We do it with Zoom. We do it with technology. We bring different things together, whether it's a voice generator, whether it's a graphics program, whether it's a video production program, whether it's music, sound, whatever it is that we can bring together to solve a particular problem, whether that problem is to make you a nice graphic, to make you a nice video, to make you a nice intro, outro, whatever, we're going to bring those things together, integrate them, and solve your problem the best that we can. Now, a lot of times, like I say, being in this age group, being in this generation, some things are moving so fast that we have to stay abreast of it. So I'm glad a lot of these programs I got on the ground floor. So I play with them every day, and that's just the way I am. I like to study and do those things. It's kind of like a hobby business type thing, but I have a passion for it, and I just try to share it with people. And like I say, if somebody come to me and asks me, can we do this, blah, say, Skippy, I'm going to say, yes, we can do that. We can solve that particular problem. And then maybe they could take that to somebody else and solve other problems that they may learn or find their niche, and then be able to solve problems with other people that may also have those same type of interests or questions. So I'm not going to stay on here long. You know, I can get winded, especially when I'm talking about some of the things that we do. We just like have fun with it. But the last thing I'm going to share with you, I'm doing some stuff as far as the economics of different environments that I've been in, and some of the things or problems that I found in those areas where I can use integration or disciplinary studies in order to solve problems as far as how I see those problems with economics in those environments. And I'm going to share some of those things with you in future videos. But meanwhile, the last thing I want to share with you is that when you hear the word free, don't let the word free be labor. There's things that you do for free. There's things that you do as far as volunteering, and there's things that you do as far as charity or whatever your choice is. But don't let free become a habit. Don't let free become something that we do, because slavery was free. So we're not into slavery anymore. We live in a capitalist society, and a capitalist society functions off productivity, and it functions off compensation for your work, your labor, et cetera, et cetera. So you won't be feeling bad when you do all of this free work and really need a particular thing or a particular compensation in order for you to survive and stay afloat. So don't be doing everything free. So just always look at capitalist society like you got somebody on the top, you got somebody on the bottom. And if you notice somebody on the top, always want the free and most cheapest labor. The people on the bottom always doing the most free and cheapest labor. So a lot of times that's the difference in the two. So we got to get with the program as far as what it is that we do. So like I say, everything is not, don't have a price on it. But at the same time, everything can't be free, especially if you've been doing it for a while. You are no longer an amateur. You are no longer a student or intern. You are a professional. So whatever it is that you do, it does not matter what floor you on as far as the ground floors that you own and what levels you're trying to reach. You need to be compensated for your work, or you need to barter and understand that when you hear the word free, or when you hear a lot of these promises, your ears should go up and you should be abreast of what's really going on around you. Like I said, stop playing these rigged games, because a lot of times you volunteer and you do things free for people, and they start treating you like your volunteer work or your free work is mandatory, or like you obligated to do that for whatever reason or whatever form of manipulation they're using to get you to believe that it's a fantasy. It's a farce. It's an illusion. A lot of times they delusional themselves. So everything can be free. So just wake up, understand what it is that you do. Like I say, we use integration to solve problems, and I'm going to continue to solve problems. And it's not always free. It's not always charitable. It's not always volunteering, because like I say, we live in a capitalist society. And in a capitalist society, the thing is to do your work, to study your craft, and to be compensated for whatever it is that you do. Hey, that's it for me today. I just came on here to chat. A lot of times I come on here to chit chat. I think I'm gonna start doing a show on Thursday evenings. I'm really contemplating doing a show on Thursday evenings, because I see so much now as far as some of the live streams that I see and some of the things that I see, or some of the problems that I see that can be solved if we just share the information that's available. So I want to come on and share this information. And I want to get a platform where we can get an understanding on how to share this information. Like I say, it's not all about being free, but at the same time, I'm passionate about some things. And some things I do want to help people understand how we can move forward in some of these environments that I myself used to have a passion for or frequent, to the point that I see the problem and I know how to solve the problem. So that's exactly what I'm trying to get something together to do to solve that problem. Hey, my name is Dan Land Pro. Till next time, it's always a pleasure. I hope you continue to check out my platform as far as Bop Art. We also continue to share. I drop some on you and some of the other things that we do and some of the other art that we present and the ways that we present it. Till next time, have a good day. Peace.